channel. As you can see, I'm having issues with the remote entry, proximity entry, whatever you want to call it. So I actually did a video about this, recorded it, didn't post it because according to the interwebs, the wires get stretched right here in the door, and they broke, and that's why your door handle no longer works. Well, started doing the video, got the door card off, everything. I couldn't find any broken wires, so I decided the next best thing was to buy another wiring harness, because I'm thinking that the issue is someplace in there. I've checked the fuses, all of the rear latch or hatch and the passenger side work fine. So I know the system's working, but driver's side door gets the most use. It just stopped. I did swap the passenger side door handle and the driver's side just to make sure it wasn't a handle issue, because those are really easy to replace. And driver's side worked on the passenger side didn't work on the driver's side. So I know it's something going on in the door in this general area. So we're going to try and figure out what's going on by replacing the harness, and hopefully that solves it. I did plug it in with the door handle. I'll show you here. So I got it plugged in up here, and it's not working, but there's a bunch of other connectors on here that aren't connected in, so I don't know if it needs a tie-in to those systems to tell the CAN bus in the body that it has power and it needs to be working. So I'm going to show you how to remove the door card, get in here, and get this fixed. So as far as hardware to remove, we've got T30 bolts for this strap that holds the strap here to the door. Then underneath the door handle, we've got two T30s. And on the bottom of the door card, you got two more T15s. Come over here. Yep, right there. And then last but not least, there's one more in here, and I think it's a 15, but I'll have to get the panel out and see and double check. Okay, so this one was also the T30. So once you get that, pull the plugs out. And then on the top, it's got a lip here. You just lift up. One more in there. Okay, there we go. And then that's going to open up the back. And then we need to start disconnecting everything. I'm going to take a photo so I know kind of where everything goes, hopefully. And start getting to this. Okay, so this is the back of the door card. You have the two connectors here for your door switch and your door lock. The top one just slides out and then pops out of a slot right here. The bottom one, you take out the cable and then use needle nose pliers, crimp it, and then pull it out, and then it should come right out. The only electrical connection is down here, so that just remove the red tab, have it pop out like you have done before. Alright, so here we have the inner workings of the door. So again, these are your door locks and your door handle. This was that plug that I disconnected. Again, for these, you just slide back the red pin, then press, pull out. So I've taken photos of everything. So we got our window motors here. So we've got this door card, and I don't know if you can see down here, but there are bolts that hold this door card in on the door. So to get the wiring harness out, we have to remove it. So I'm gonna get it's either like a 10 or 12 millimeter and start removing those. Okay, so I got the last bolt in there, and oops, sorry about the camera, and it was a 10 millimeter. So just get that on there. Okay, that's out. Now we can start to pull the placard off here for the inner door. Looks like got some adhesive maybe. Alright, something might be having it. I'm going to double check something. Okay, so update here. I'm taking the clips out for the wiring harness here. This one is going to go up to, I believe, the mirror, and it's going to stay with the Jeep. But then this will disconnect, and then over here, come on this outside. I've got this released here, but I watched another video where I had to remove these three screws. They're 30 millimeter, or not 30 millimeter, T30s, excuse me. And then we've got right there this this guy right there to remove, and I've already done, or excuse me, this one's the top one. I need to pull it out a little bit more, and then there's a bottom one. Let me get some more light in here. Oops. There you go. So this one's for the door handle. So you loosen that up and it'll slide out. And then this one, there's a cover, should come off. I've had it off before. Move that down. And then there's another Torx bit, and that's for the door lock cylinder. So remove those, and we'll see if this interior card will come out. Okay, so we're back and ran into a problem with the window here. So I should have done this before I removed all of the screws out of the inner door card, but these are two 10mm, and these hold the window in place. So I got to remove these bolts and then push the window all the way up. I'm going to tape it so it's up out of the way, and that should allow me to get more clearance to get the door card off, because the track system for the window is attached to the back side of this inner door card. So I'll get it off and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, everybody, so I got the door card off. As you can see, there are the mounts for the window and the track system, and then this is the bottom of the window, and you loosen up the screw. It doesn't come all the way out, I think it's captured, but then there are little feet on the back of this where my finger is. So you just pull the tab out a little bit, it will unclick from the window and then allow it to go up. So here we have our wiring harness for the door lock, and then let's see how it gets snaked around. So it's got a bunch of clips in here to make sure that it stays out of the window track system. It goes up in there. All right, so I think I need to remove this because I can still see some thread in there, and hopefully this whole assembly will come out. Okay, so I do want to show you something. It's not here obviously because I took it out, but there is a bolt right here that holds the door handle, I guess, backing on, and when you release the screw at the end of here, the lock cylinder also slid out for that to come out. But I'll show you what I'm ending up with is everything came out, which is awesome. And then you've got your plug here for the entry, and it's got a little channel that it has to get run down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the new piece, and then I'm just going to, as I take out the old piece, I'll probably push it through on this side, but as it comes out, I'll put the new one in that way, so I make sure everything goes where it needs to go, nice and out of the way of all of the mechanics of the door, so the window doesn't grab it and rip the wiring or damage the motor or anything like that. So I'm going to get that together and show you that. Alright everybody, so I got a status update for you. When I ordered the wiring harness, it assured me it fit, and it does, except for the door lock motor. The plug connectors are different. I've got 5 wires, the wiring harness has 4. So then I started diving into, well, if that's not going to work, I'm going to need to get this fixed. What's going on here? So I checked continuity, and I thought I'd done that before and couldn't get anything. So I was going through, and lo and behold, oh, got it there, found a broken wire. And it's right there in the door harness, right where the door actually opens. So what it is, the wires get stretched, and then these are small, and so they can't take a lot, and then they break. So it snapped right off. And then right next to it, I've got another wire that the insulation's been pulled. So I'm going to fix these two, put it all back together, and yeah, lesson learned on that. So I did check the strap like I said the last time, but it must have been buried in there. So I think a good recommendation is to pull on all of your wires in this loom right there at the door. Obviously you're not trying to jerk them real hard or anything, but if you're pulling on them and they start to come out, then that's going to be your telltale that there's a wire broken, and that needs to get fixed. So I'm going to do that real quick, and and then throw everything back together. All right, everybody, so I got it all back together. Moment of truth. Ooh. All right, so I got it fixed, all back together. So I'm gonna wrap up the video. Okay, everyone, so this is how I'm going to try and prevent this from happening. I got a big Nebraska nut rounder here, and I'm just gonna tweak that bracket just a little bit more inside. Hopefully it puts more tension on the strap as opposed to the wires so they don't break in the future. Alright, everybody, so that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you found this helpful in case you have this issue. You get really used to those modern conveniences, and when they don't work it's kind of frustrating, but with this video, hopefully if this happens to you, which I've kind of found out it's a common problem, but I haven't really heard a lot about it. So yeah, if this happens to you, hopefully this helps fix it. I'm going to reach out to the folks that got the wiring harness, see if I can return it. I don't think I can, but we'll see. If not, I'll have it as a spare in case something else ever happens, and I'll figure out the pin situation and wiring and all that fun jazz. Or if somebody ever needs one, I'll have one. So almost to 900 subscribers, really close, and on the way to 1,000, so really appreciate the support of all of you. I did want to ask you a question. Would you guys be open to doing a ride with me sometime? So leave your comments below, and maybe we'll come up with a date, and probably be local, so that somewhere in Benton County, but may go someplace else. We'll see. Yeah, well, anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.